Reacher just completed his transformation into a slasher villain with Season 2's latest episode, New York's Finest. Jack Reacher might be the closest a human being can be to the Incredible Hulk's proportions, but that doesn't mean he goes looking for fights either. On the contrary, Reacher avoids fights or gun battles as much as possible, and when he gets involved in one, he's looking to end them quickly. Reacher Season 1's shower fight sequence, for example, saw him brutally take down a gang of attacking prisoners, but this was a battle of pure survival. Most of his actions in the first season are in self-defense, and it's really only when he lays an ambush for Dawson Kleiner A.J. Simmons and his men that he turns full-on savage. Reacher is a character largely driven by logic, but even he's not immune to getting pushed too far or seeking revenge. Reacher Season 2 adapts Bad Luck and Trouble, where Alan Ritchson's titular character investigates the brutal murder of an old friend. To do so, he also reunites with his team from the 110th Special Investigators Unit. Reacher may have shot or beaten up some goons by the midway point of the first season, but again, this was largely in self-defense. The second season has made him more brutal, including Reacher drowning a hitman in wet cement or using a pipe bomb to break up an ambush. Season 2 outing New York's Finest turned him into a full-on slasher too, when he lures New Age's Langston, Robert Patrick, and his henchmen into a trap and starts taking them out one at a time. These doomed hitmen stalk a dark wrecking yard before being beaten or strangled to death by Reacher, making this section feel like a monster movie instead of a thriller. Even Langston gets unnerved when he hears the dying screams of his men echoing through the yard. There's no real gore to speak of in this scene, but had Reacher been swapped out with Jason Voorhees or the Predator, the scene's effect wouldn't have been vastly different. Why Reacher is more brutal than the first season? The main character is blunter than he was in Reacher's first season, and there are a few reasons for this. New Age has murdered 3 of his closest friends after torturing them first, so Reacher has little reason to be merciful with them. There's also the fact that he spent nearly 3 years wandering America, with little in the way of human contact. This lack of human contact has made Reacher even less civilized than in Season 1, and he's quicker to anger as a result. Considering New Age has been trying to kill him and the other survivors of the 110th from an early point, he's somewhat justified in his blunt force approach. Reacher has promised to drop Langston from a helicopter too, and given that he's a man of his word, this is almost certainly how Season 2 will end.